There's been a major spike in the number of police-reported sexual assaults in Canada. New data from Statistics Canada shows there were more than 34,200 reports of sexual assault countrywide in 2021. That's an 18% increase from 2020 and a rate not seen since 1996.
This is actually an indication of just how dire the situation is right now, that we have to take action immediately today.
The executive director of Battered Women's Support Services in Vancouver says her organization has seen a similar spike. From March of 2020 until the end of March in 2022, her group responded to 94,000 requests for service. That's 3 times more than the 3 years before.
Unfortunately, the efforts that we took in order to prevent the transmission of COVID-19 created the conditions for there being an increased level of isolation and a regression just in the culture in terms of how vulnerable victim survivors are.
But the real number of sexual assaults that happened last year is likely much higher. Statistics Canada estimates that only about 6% are reported to police.
There's several reasons why cases of sexual assault are not reported. One is certainly fear of retribution from a perpetrator. People are scared that by going forward, it could create additional experiences of violence. Second is because of the victimization that happens. So by going to the police or by going to authorities, people might not be believed.
It's very normal for racialized people, Indigenous people, trans people, disabled people to be victimized at higher rates. And those are also demographic groups that I think are not more likely than average to kind of want to be involving the police in their business.
Dietzel says one way to encourage victims to report sexual assault is by introducing a specialized court like the one in Quebec.
It would be great to see other provinces do something in the same so that it facilitates the reporting process, the disclosure process, and certainly holds people accountable.
We need more support services for survivors of sexual assault, but also survivors of sexual assault that are in relationships. What we think is that this is a stranger that's maybe hiding behind the bushes, but it's not. Sexual assault happens usually with an acquaintance or someone that we know.
In Vancouver, Monika Gul, City News.